Did you manage to get some sleep after that game? Did you manage to get
Yeah,
some sleep?
I got to sleep. 1:30 in the morning, but I got to sleep. That's past my bedtime.
How'd everyone look today after the long game and then the day off?
Well, Fish didn't work today. I thought it was good to keep him going. He actually is, you know, one of those guys that rarely takes off, but it was good for him to have a day off. And Kobe did some limited work in which he was just mostly strength and, therapy.
Hal played over 90 minutes, I think, in the two games where he
Yeah.
didn't play. Any concern about sort of that carrying into next week or something like that?
Does Sunday count as next week?
Yes.
Or is Sunday the end of a week?
We'll chalk it up to the start of the week, that's sure.
That's because we have 3 days off after that, so I hope it doesn't affect him next week.
How do you feel after a game like the other night, 3 overtimes, pouring your heart out? Is there a chance where you just sit in your locker? Oh man, that was
No, you just start trying to get ready, get your body, ready for the next one.
What does a game like that do for you and your thoughts about where your team is at right now?
Nothing.
Nothing. No different than any other win.
Nah.
You've talked before teams like Charlotte ramping up. You even said if they play against you, against everybody, they'd be a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see even more of that when you guys play the Clippers, a team like the Clippers right down the hall from you?
Yeah, we see that from them, for years now. But I think the difference is now they have actual talent. They have guys that can actually play and do what they do against us on a consistent basis. And Blake and E. Gordon, who I love, and Kaman. A lot of people forgot about what he can do. So they have some talent with it.
It would really be interesting to see what they can do if they go through a whole season relatively healthy.
Well, yeah, it's going to be good for them to kind of gear up. Have a summer where they can they have their crew, they know what they do, and they know what they like to execute, what they're about, and see what shakes out for next year.
As far as your team is concerned, are you right where you want them to be right now?
Yeah, we're doing well. We're playing well. That's always the key. It's always been to play well. And, we're certainly doing that now.
With the heavy minutes that you played, obviously the triple overtime, what sort of residual effects have you felt with that instance?
Today was better than I have been feeling in a while, so it was good. Nice day off yesterday, completely day off, so that was good. And today ran up and down, pretty fresh, pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Are you relieved that Andrew's back? You don't have to log those real heavy minutes?
A little. Like I said, a couple games is, it's all good. When I said that comment, you might be playing in double overtime, and you might end up playing 40-some minutes anyways. But obviously, with a double or triple overtime, you might end up playing 50-some minutes, like we did. So a couple games, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me at all. I love playing. I love being out there. Obviously, when you do it for over 2 months, maybe you'll feel something.
You probably jinxed yourself with that comment a couple days ago about
About
one day
the
you
double?
might have to go play double overtime or something.
Maybe, but it was an experience. It's something that now at the end of the career you could say you've done and you've been through. So it was a cool game, fun game, exciting game for the fans. A lot of people have approached me and say how exciting that ending was and how much fun they had watching it, and good.
How, when you have to go to a line and make clutch free throws in that kind of situation, are you thinking about focusing on something technically, like make sure the elbow's in, or are you just trying not to think and just go ahead and shoot it?
Stay calm, stay confident, and shoot the first one make the first one, and then think about the next one. That's something that I try not to try to think that if you miss, you're going to lose the game. So if you think about missing, you're probably going to miss. So you just stay confident and stay calm. Don't change your routine, and just forget about everything that's going on around you.
How often have you been in that situation where you have to make free throws, at the end of it? Because we always that's the scenario we always do in the driveway, but how often does it actually come up for you?
A couple times, and I was never as successful as I was the other day. So it's been an improvement for me.
Last year you guys were sliding going into the postseason. This year you guys playing opposite. What's been the difference in the mindset of the team?
Well, the difference was, the position that we were in last year. Last year we were first in the West, with a lot of cushion, no really pressure as far as, our conference went. It was more, with Cleveland on the other side, but again, it was different, right? Then we had Kobe was also banged up, so he couldn't finish some of those games at the end of the season. So it was a little off, a little out of the normal scenario. And this year, there's pressure on the standings. There's a team right behind us. There's a team that we're trying to catch in front of us, and we had to react after the All-Star break. And I think we've done very well so far.
You guys know a lot of these teams that aren't making the playoffs. They always, throughout the year, not just this time of year, step up to meet you guys. Is it even more so with the team?
What you mean, they step up to meet us?
Well, they know that you guys are the defending champs, and they
Oh.
elevate your game. Like
Oh.
Charlotte, you guys talked about Charlotte. Just like Kobe said, if they played like they play against you guys all the time, they'd be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So even more so, do you see that with a team like the Clippers or down the hall from them?
I mean, I haven't really focused on that much. I mean, just go out there. I feel every team's playing hard since I've been here, and I haven't had a chance to have a ring until I got here. So, so I've been playing hard regardless. So I don't really focus on what the other team is doing. Just focus on what you got to do.
Since you've been here, do you find it? Do you see the rivalry between you guys?
Not yet, but it's a good game. They're good. They're better. They got a young star, about maybe two of them potentially. So we see what happens.
How tired were you to foul on Wednesday after that triple overtime game?
I don't really know, man. If I was tired, I know the other players was probably more tired. So if I'm tired, I know that my opponent is definitely tired.
When you wake up, do you feel any extra soreness or anything like that?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You had a place to go. You had a party.
Huh?
You had a party to get to.
Yeah.
Did you make it?
Not a party.
Oh, the Go Logo thing.
Parties to the loss. It's a video.
Video.
Yeah.
Well, don't they turn into parties?
No. You can make it to a party though if you want to.
Did you?
No, it was in a club though. It was like a party. It was like a
All
party.
right, so-
But it was a video. It was good though. It went great.
You talk about having just the endurance, the stamina to go through such a long game. Where do you draw from that, and just making sure that your energy level stays high?
I mean, you just focus, man. That's it. You don't really worry about where your energy's at.
Right.
You ain't got time to be worrying about if I got energy or if I don't have energy. You got to worry about the game and see where it takes you.
I guess what I was trying to ask is, do you attribute anything that you did, off season or just your
Oh.
overall routine that
I
kind
guess
of, when you get into moments like this, it's not an issue?
I mean, just probably just hard to hustle, So I know I'm one of the top guys hustle-wise in the league. So my energy got to be better than some other people's energy,